Good evening, guys, and welcome to BoATV. Tonight we have the GT4 Euro League, and then we're going to be followed by the Intercontinental League. So we've got 20 cars lined up, waiting to go into quali. Slightly delayed on the stream, but we're all ready to go. Just waiting for Masala to join me on the comms. He's wrapping up his dinner. But hope you're all well. Looking forward to this. Euro League always throws up some great racing between some of the fastest drivers on Xbox. There we go. Yep, so I'm just sitting up, just doing background. So we just wait for Masala to join us on the comms. We've got Big Al in the box after this race for the Euro. Hope you're all well. Evening, Neil. Cheers, Neil. It was okay until I just see the state of that chat box. Let's get that fixed. It's tiny. Yes, no, I'm good, thank you, mate. Sala joining. There he is. Just spotted a name popped up there as well. Evening, mate. Yeah, not too bad, mate. I'm just sorting out the chat onto a little bit more to sort that out. But good evening, mate. How you doing? Oh, no. Sorry? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll get that ready. Yep. Tuck's already talking about him now. Yeah, I actually jumped in there the other day, and he was practicing the KTM. I was like, okay, that's different. Didn't Bennett have a go in it? I know we run that series as well, didn't we? But yeah, that one off, yeah. Just spotted another newcomer, but I say newcomer, it's a returnee. Got Carper's back in there, so let's see if he's kept any of that pace he had a few seasons ago before he left. Yeah, we see Rightful making a return on Sunday as well. Saturday, sorry. He got on the podium on his return. Will Carper's be hoping much of the same. Oh dear, yeah, I know. Evening, Wizard. There we go. You should be able to hear you now. I need to mute that.
Perfect. Can you leave it on? Hopefully you can now hear me again. Actually, with the kind of top of the table at the moment, 2065. Probably come down about another second, I think, for Paul. He's got a bit more time to be gaining there if he wants to try to get out in the front row, but still plenty of laps to be had.
Yeah, Axin Chevy, bit of an early pace.
Yeah, a few Chevys up there at the start.
Yeah, the got the top end, American power.
Absolutely. Imagine probably a massive V8 or something like that in front of that.
Yeah, I do like sticking a big slab. But although, would have thought that the Ginetta's actually come out on top. It does fare well in the twisty, the twisty sections of
Yeah,
like a dog bone shaped track. This isn't it?
yes, really, really strange shape because I was practicing earlier on. I can't remember who it was with Ginetta in front of me, and I was in Aston. I kept catching them up in the straight, but as it comes through to that kind of final sector, there's so many fast turns where if you get it a wee bit off the line, then that's you kind of losing quite a lot of time. The Ginetta was just planted through it on the racing line every single time. I think that's really going to be crucial for the qualifying and race tonight, is getting that twisty section right.
No, I can't turn him up anymore. It's on him. Your voice there saying you're a bit quiet, so you need to somehow turn your mic up. That's the loudest I can turn up over the game. Or you just being a knob. Look alright on the mixer. You actually look louder than me.
Oh. How's this? That's about right. That might be too loud, I don't know.
747 crossing the line, boost goose into 11th place. 2 seconds. Long lap, 2 minutes 6, one of the longest laps.
It's one of the longest laps, but it feels as if you're like the least, if that makes sense, because you're just sitting on that straight for so long, and there's so many just kind of, especially that final straight as well, you're just sitting there throttled down, sitting along, driving, thinking, right, what corner's next? Then you've got a couple of corners, then you get another straight again. It's
where focus can go quite easy as well, because it's tricky turn at the end of the straight. I don't think, oh no, I've not got a track map sorted.
Try to get some stuff off my phone just now to.
Yeah, no, I've got like Barcelona, Zandvoort, Spa, Imola, Bonneton, Suzuka, Nürburgring, Hungary, and Laguna. Yeah, I draw them all out, and they're all up on the wall.
Oh.
So you kind of learn the corners a little bit better as you do that as well.
Yeah, it's more your kind of
Sticks in your mind. Yeah, it sticks in your mind a little bit more.
Yeah. And there we go. Up with the board and the KTM. You get Toby.
So, is he well known? Is he known, or was he?
Well, he raced in Ginetta Cup. He did 2 rounds of that, rounds 2 and 3. I can't remember what tracks they were. And he took the win in all 4 races ahead of Trigger. Trigger was close. It wasn't quite challenging him for the win, but a couple of seconds down the road. So probably about that kind of Trigger marker. So we'll be up there with Dove and Morgan. So he should slot in quite nicely, I think.
Nice.
It's just he's in that KTM, so it really is where that's going to be strong. It's going to help him out.
I'm just coming across the line. He goes into 16th. I'm getting closer. Goose just jumped up, I think, up into 14th there. 302 now. Acid House did not improve. Car number 17. Next, another lap. A full 20 car grid once again. Been a really strong showing in all leagues so far this season. 18, 19 in most races. GT Academy is the only Only let down on that one so far.
Yeah, it's got plenty of reserves sitting there as well, ready to get those full-time seats, so it makes sure everyone's nice and consistent in attending, or run the risk of dropping out, unfortunately, but I haven't had anyone drop out yet. Just attendance. Looks like we've got a full grid for Intercon as well after this.
Lovely jubbly.
40 cars in a Tuesday night, who'd have thought? Still got a couple seats on Xbox and PC left for tomorrow night, Friday Cup. Starts off 4 rounds of that.
Yes, I'll actually
Looking
be
safer.
pulling me will out of that's not a good way to start a sentence. I'll be getting on the wheel tomorrow night as well myself.
Yeah, on PC?
Yeah. Get the numbers up. I ain't got the numbers we have on Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox is always nice and consistent, but PC can be sort of hit or miss, I suppose, sometimes, just depending on...
Well, it starts off strong. I think we've had like 26, 27, and then it just sort of drops off. I think some people, they have one crash and just have a hissy fit, don't they?
Yeah, it's easy to lose your drive to keep on going after an incident, but that's one thing I like about the GT4. You get points right into 16th. If you have a wee incident, just keep on going, because the chances you're going to get points are still pretty high.
Yeah.
With other guys doing the same and not keeping on going and just dropping out and missing out a few points, and that's what really adds up at the end of the season. It really gets you the positions.
Trigger's just popped himself into 10th place. Car number 17 coming round next. Improve. I think he did. He just gained another couple tenths over Morgan. Oh dear, oh dear. They're probably like, he's a bloody KTM.
I wonder how many switches to the KTM we're going to be seeing for next week.
Nah. There'll be some people trying it out after this race.
Oh, absolutely. But if you do change cars, it's a 30-point deduction for you and your team.
Okay. Old Lost Harbour goes into 4th. He's looked great since
Jumping
joining.
up there as well.
I've noticed a few new names. So I think we've got 1 or 2 names missing. Got Aluvon or Alluvion. Figure that out as the race goes along. So he looks like a new name. So we've got Carper's back. Got Tipex and Viper. Viper joined us recently as well. Before Christmas, I believe. Morgan making his way down the long straight, 8 tenths behind the KTM. Devil saying, why is there not more KTMs out there? He's on controller as well, Toby. No pressure there, Masala. You there, Masala? Good. Seem to have lost my co-coms. Okay, so Toby, Aluvon and Carpers are all full-time drivers. If I go on bold, mate, it's going to drown out Masala's mic when I get him back. Do it from the moment. What's happened to my co-coms it. That's actually making his way around the final bend. teammate just ahead of him. He's not going to get any go from now. 1-1-0. Dove, 8 tenths off the lead. Morgan did improve. He's taken half a second out of Toby. And Dove did not improve. 747. Next is Goose, sorry. And he's 16th. He stays. 969 Viper X. Looked really strong since joining. Making his way towards the line. Can he improve? Yeah, he does. He goes up into 7th. Got Trigger coming round next. Aussie M Trigger. He stays in 12th for now. 414 next. 414? You. Can't see 414. There you are. That's right. So Danny making his way around. Sorry, trucks, but this don't work for me. I keep jumping around and cameras on like that. It's a pain in the arse. Left next to make his way round. And he approaches the line. He stays in 5th place. 110 next. Dub. Take another lap. And what's happened to Masala? The Dub comes across the line. And he does not improve. Still got a bit more time. Off another 2 laps. Got Goose coming across now. He's currently down in 17th. Not improve. Not many improvers at the moment, so most of these drivers are peaked already. Next to come round is Tux. Sorry, not Tux, Trigger. I was just reading the chat. He does improve. He goes up into 6th. 849 next. 849. I missed it either way. So a few cars on invalidated laps. Yeah, agree. There it says a pretty pokey pit entry. Left makes his way round the final corner. A bit wide there. Really make the apex. Can he improve though? 9 tenths off, and that's where he stays. 302 Acid House. He did not improve. Evening Scara. 202. Old Lost Harbour does improve, goes into 3rd. 373. Mr. Sipex. I wonder what's happening with Masala. Not answering messages in Discord either. And he stays in 14th, so he's going to go on to his final lap. Car number 17, current pole sitter. Not improved, makes his way onto his final lap with Trigger. Also coming towards the line. Is he going to get a chance to make one more attempt? Going to be close. Did he do it? Yes, I think he did. It didn't go check a flag. He couldn't cut that any further, but he pulls up anyway, so that's where he'll finish. In 6th place at the moment. We've got 2 cars practically sitting on top of each other. Good evening, Uni Good. Thank you for putting a name to the, the gamer tag to the name. I can't make out who's coming across the line. We've got 2 cars on top of each other. Louvion and Syme. Syme finishes in 16th. 203 next. 303 might be. Yes, it was. Actually, just behind. So Olaf stays in 5th with Axie staying in 12th. Just 2 more cars out on the lap. There's one more car make that. And that's everyone now. So, right, I'm just going to try and go quiet for a second to find out what's going on.
So is it me or worried about because my controller batteries died, so I couldn't quite.
Oh, you're back now then.
Yeah. I came back a wee minute ago, but I didn't want to interrupt that kind of final minute of quality there. Oh.
I hope that didn't go through.
What was that?
Yeah, I hope that didn't go through. I hope I might be muted for that bit.
I think it was.
Right, so yeah, Toby, what he's all about, sitting nearly half a second ahead of Morgan. That's Morgan's our defending champion to our new viewers. We've got a 3-minute wait. So yeah, so it's going to be hard to look past Toby. I think from what I have seen, he's really consistent as well.
Yeah, it's 2 very narrow cars up front of the Ginetta and the KTM that will need to make themselves as wide as possible for this kind of first sector at least. If Morgan can get a decent away off the line, then might be able to challenge Toby for the first sector, might bring the rest of the guys into the mix, but if Toby gets his start ace, then I think that should be him way off into the distance. Just as long as he's got strategy right for the race and can come into BoA GT4 and make a splash.
Just logging into Twitch so I can get the bar pad up.
I think the BoA pad died with my controller by lots of things.
We got it again.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
I've never known what happens if you don't accept cookies.
Angry letter at your door saying you better accept those cookies from Boris or Mark Zuckerberg or something like
that. Right, oh no, I've done full screen. Pretty much there. I am all sorted now. We are tickety boot. No, we're not coming up. It's not showing.
Is it my screen that's not showing up?
No, it's just me being a dope. There we go. All good. We're all good. We're back in the game.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. So yeah, we're looking. I've moved away from the thing. We can't see the grid. Yeah, that's a pretty impressive grid. 20 cards. I wonder how many are going to be there at the end of the race.
Imagine from GT4's last time here, there was not many cars left. I think for the race I took part in Inter, 20 cars started, and I think about 14 finished. It was just survival of the fittest.
It's one of them tricky starts as well with a tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy, but it's not the most heaviest braking. It's quite fast first corner. And you got that bottlenecking when you go into the turn to right-hander.
Yeah, it's going to be quite difficult to go side by side or three wide through this first sector. It's
I'll try.
maybe about I mean, I'm sure someone will give it a go, but I think it might be just be about sitting back a wee bit and just not messing it up in this first lap.
Yeah, we've not seen this for a couple of seasons, Paul Ricard. I believe it's on the GT3 calendar as well, so... Got
GT points, I love that.
Ferrari Cup taking place tomorrow as well. Looking forward to that.
Fan voted, or driver voted, Laguna Seca.
Good lads.
Brilliant in the Ferraris.
Yes, they are. It's a great track. I love it. Like, these are my best tracks as well. Got a thing for the Ferrari and Italian.
We've got a spinner.
Oh, that was that Olivon?
I think it might have been. It was a green Aston.
Yeah.
Say that. Oh, it might have been. I can't see him locked a hammer at the moment.
Your GC3 in the wet. Oh, what sicko just made it like that? Well, I believe there's 2 dynamic, 2 full wet, and 3 dry races. So got a bit of everything this season. Well, in that, and I think it's pretty close to the same in GT4.
Yeah, we've had one wet race so far. I think we've got one more to come. But no sprint races this season. We had sprint races last season. I was quite a big fan of them, but not returned for this
It's a
rendition
shorter
of it.
season. I think everything's just standard racing. Only 7
Yeah.
well, this is a late race season, sorry. GT4 got an extra race this season.
You start a week early.
We've also got the new no, 4th place. Yeah, that isn't. It could be. Yeah, we've got an endurance league starting as well. We don't like to give too many details out at the moment publicly, but we've got really great ideas coming from Rick Pink. So keep an eye out for that in the coming days. And when I pull my finger out my backside, I shall be updating how Patreon is going to be incorporated with BoA. So a lot more content we're going to be giving out. More bang for your buck. Because we kind of not neglected it, but not much exclusivity with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, could always be improved. Is the final corner? No, not quite. They've got to tell at the moment. Goes so slow. It's a long whole formation lap. It's got to be a good 3.5, 4 minute formation lap.
No excuses for not getting your tyres up to temp.
I'm going to be going for my first PC win there, Dave.
Oh.
Because Luke's not racing.
You got a shot then.
Yeah. So here we go. 20 cars make their way 2 by 2 towards the start-finish line for round 4. GT4 League brought to you by Simwest Racing, and here we go. Looks pretty clean at the start. See as we make their way into turn 1. One of the faster turn 1s of the season. Looking clean at the front so far. Really good
At
start.
the back as well.
Really clean start from the drivers. Although,
You just had to say that. Always held it. Some of the guys tried to
wow,
go
I
too
just
wide.
called out on your screen. I just realised I completely missed that. Yeah, every corner does look the same. Not being racist about corners. So yeah, so Morgan did get the jump on Toby there.
Game on.
Yeah. See that KTM closing on that GT Ginetta, sorry. Going round the outside, breezes round the outside. Oh dear, oh dear. Morgan defenceless there, unable to do anything about that.
Oh, and Dove's got it wide just behind them. Odd loss get through and Dove had to swerve over to block off Olaf, which has messed him up, and now Trigger's going to go up the inside of Olaf here. And Olaf could lose out massively. He's going to stick it in sixth.
Always quite punchy in the early laps when he has to start further back, I find. You trip over some people sometimes though. I've noticed that in GT4.
Yeah, but here he goes. He's nearly slid it right round there. Dove and Odd loss just kind of getting a bit too close.
Pull the trigger now. Trying to stick and move up on the inside. He does go for it. Gonna be a brave one. Oh, he's always going for a lunge. He does well to keep hold of it as well as not tangle up with Olaf there. It's cool. He's bunching up the cars behind him now though. Three wide into turn.
I think that was. Who was
There
that?
was a little bit of contact. Whoa, whoa. Got a spin up. Olaf caught out by that trigger. And who's that? We Flaming Racer door by door. Door by door, door to door. As they make their way onto the straight. Now Dub's going to be under pressure straight off. Look, they're not even a third of the way down the straight. Picked up the
Morgan
toe.
go for a move on. And Toby as well.
Stay with this, I think.
Yeah.
Move completed. There we go. That is just falling back at the top end of the straight. Gonna have to be brave. Oh. He was brave. Actually thought better of it. Go back to the leaders now.
Yeah, as soon as Morgan came out of Toby's slipstream, it just pace vanished. Quite unfortunate there for him.
Start to the race. In the Jeanette is really quick in the twisty sections, but really struggling down that long straight. There's a look up on the inside there. Left. The pressure there's Trigger to dive in. He does his Trigger special. Into the pits he comes.
Paid off last week, thought it paid off this week.
Let's jump on board with the two Astons. Tutti Frutti liveries. We've got going out. Oh, we see, I think, who's that? Was that Goose? It might have been Goose.
Yellow Aston, that was good. We see Olivion, he's losing like a couple of positions after, and oh dear.
Goose has got a drive through already.
5 minutes in.
Oh dear, it's going to be a long race for him unless won't be the last one.
I imagine a few of them are going to be getting them.
This is going to be his way into the pit soon, I believe. Get that out of the way.
I know.
Two Astons, one surprise, surprise, two Astons side by side. Oh, got contact.
It's like Illuvian's just not got his car quite dialed in for this race. He just seems to be keep on dropping back.
Hey, who's that? Mig run just drops off there. Yeah, I think drive-throughs are going to be plentiful tonight. Got Ola, sorry, this is Carpers and ACC. Yeah. He's going to have a good stab into the... Carpers really late on the brakes there in the pulse. Looks like he just about got it stopped to keep the inside of turn 2. ACC coming back at him as they make the way down towards, I forgot what number these are now, the next corner.
Just absolutely brilliant there from ACC. Just to time the switch back perfectly and
Yeah.
cut the throttle. He's made a lovely move.
Great racing so far on show.
Clean as well, for the most part. Not needing
Yes.
too much aggressive driving.
This is just flying away at the front now.
Yeah, to be this close and opening this big of a gap on these set of drivers is unreal.
Yeah, with Dub, Weed, Olaf, look, they're not slow.
Oh, light and quick guys. Nicely impressive. Hammer looks to have a decent bit of pace on the straights in that McLaren. They're sitting in behind Syme there. Just catching, and Syme gets quite out wide, quite far out. Hammer back his line here, trying to get by, but just drops off.
Seeing Olaf there, which reminds me that he asked to repeal these disqualification due to going backwards down the track, and it stays. So basically, if the game disqualifies you, it stays. There's no way we can argue with the game. So just keep that track etiquette last until you get past, clear it out of everyone's way. And you just, if you want to do donuts and at the fall, make sure you're safe out of everyone's way first.
Yeah, safety ratings are still online.
Yes, exactly. People do get precious about their safety ratings. It's sort of like a record, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're driving along and you see someone ahead of you with a safety rating of 2, you're going to be super careful. Like, it's a lot of a pride thing as well.
Yeah. Ooh. So I think that's Syme. Yep, Syme's just gone wide. Old Lost Harbour's definitely fall backwards. Hammer's there as well.
Drive through number 2.
We've got some really strong drivers in the mid pack here. It's crazy. So yeah, Aston's struggling with track limits already. Be back in 1 sec. I just want to grab some water.
See, Harper's lined up ACC. Switches to the inside, but just gets that line all wrong and drifts out wide. Got Illuvian and Acid House side by side to this long sweeping right hander. Acid House comes out on top. Impressive from Morgan here. He's sticking with Toby. He's still about 6, 7 tenths of a difference.
Ooh. Right, just see Viper nearly collected Simon. They have completely different braking zones, clearly.
Yeah, that kind of corner, it caught me out last time in the GT4s. Everyone seems to have completely different lines, and catch up to someone who's you've not found out where their braking point is, it can be quite dangerous.
I only drink coffee and water, Steve. Normally just coffee.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any whiskey in front of it.
You're just sitting there with Iron Brew, aren't you?
No, lovely. I've got a lovely dram of whiskey here. You've got Lagavulin.
I had 2 vodkas on Friday night and I was smashed. I can't drink anymore.
Oh, I mean, I'm still building up that kind of tolerance. I can drink the world right now.
Yes, this is because you're Celtic.
Yeah, there's that as well.
The English part of me comes out of at the moment. That's good. In the way it's good, it was a lot cheaper.
Yeah, that is true. Like, I was friends yesterday, and they could only drink a few drinks, and they saved a whole lot more money than I did.
I'm
not always drunk each other.
I think I'm getting quite well known for being a biscuit fan. Especially when it comes to just spotted a move being done by Viper up on the outside of Simon out. I don't think he's going to quite have it done, but Simon's he's going to go really wide here. Really wide.
He's just got to slow it and let it sign through. He's going to risk a warning.
Still, this battle continues between ACC and Carpers as well.
And Acid House and Sipex going side by side through that section as well, but all nice and clean. So you'll see Acid House end up being an end in Sipex, almost. Just from having those different lines.
So guys, if you haven't done already, please hit that like button, and if you're just joining us, please subscribe as well, as we race every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and you'll get my POV on a Wednesday over on PC for single. Sorry, Carpenter's just got a move done on ACC. Put me off my train of thought that bit yet. So please hit that subscribe button as well, and the notification bell so you know when we're online, even though I just told you when. Myself or Luke will tell you again on. We like to keep you all updated.
Don't want anyone to miss out in this brilliant racing. That's all.
It's an interesting one here. We've got gaps sort of building now. Got little battles going on. Because out there pumping in laps nice and clear, so we'll see where he feeds back into it later on. Goose has served his penalty.
So has Olivia on, I believe, and he's in for his stop as well.
If you it all depends how much speed you carry. Who's that, JD? Yeah, it all depends. See, both of them, that was close. See, if they went up, you probably just about get away with that if you hit the metal. But yeah, like I Rouge, sometimes you get away with cutting the corner if you just lift. Great little racing going on there. Oh, what happened there? He just completely stopped.
I think that could be one for the BoATV. Try and get that.
He just completely stopped. Toby's not got all his own way back over as well. He's got Morgan, our defending champion for company. But you are right, he is ridiculously quick. Especially being on controller. This game isn't designed for controller users. It's designed for wheel users. Controllers have to dial their control settings in. You have to race on here.
Oh, I've got a replay up if you want to have a look at what happened there.
Yep, so 1 second. There we go.
And so Viper and not sure who it is in pink, side by side these last few corners, and then Viper just stops early and 901 just slams on the brakes. Back to him, and then it's just chaos.
Oh, I don't know if that was just weird.
Well,
Like some sort of...
almost collects someone as well coming back on.
Who's that? Hammer? Or Simon?
I think it's Trigger.
No, I think it was Simon. Trigger's car's completely clean, so it must have been Simon's teammate.
Oh yeah. And big news, especially for your ACC. Harper's has got a drive-through.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, everyone's sitting the same, I think, Steve.
Am I repetitive?
Not really, just
What?
it's just a good stat to have that no one's ever had back-to-back BoA titles. And there's another drive-through. 4 now.
5, 4,
For
5,
Mad
yeah.
Goulier.
Goulier now. He's actually got Migron for company as well at the moment.
He's just lost out 2 positions.
It's weird, I say Migron a lot as well. Morgan sometimes as well. Is that another one? No, it's the same one, just crossing the line.
So,
Have you got fighting a cat amongst the pigeons on there, Steve? That's got to go in there.
oh, and stop go for Carvers. Oh, serving his penalty, he's just given himself an even bigger penalty.
Big one carrying quite a lot of that front end damage on that Aston.
Question is, will he change it? Will he repair it at the start? I think it'll be worth it.
Juiciest info. I could give you much juicier info than that. I can't. I've got an admin team that tells me off for shit.
The whole admin always watching Roy closely. She's not saying too much.
No, Roy, we can't do that.
Admin are essentially like a branch of Ofcom, really.
Yeah. The diamond branch. Brilliant battle we've got going at the front of the packet between Toby and Morgan. First time seeing Toby. Oh, is this the first time Toby in this league? Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, in this league. Yeah, this is his first time in this league. I believe he's got a full-time seat now.
Yes, as well as Carpers and one other, I believe, Tux was saying earlier. Tux was saying.
Try and get it. I think I've got it here, hopefully.
You see both of them, as well as yourself out there after this race, as well as Stevel. Hopefully Stevel will have a better race. They seem to do quite well coming out the comms box onto the track, so hopefully he'll have a better one tonight. Had a great race on Sunday, finishing in 4th.
Completely missed all of Sunday's action, unfortunately.
Oh, no, Saturday, sorry, Saturday, I apologise.
Saturday.
Lovely little battle going on there, but yeah, we will have a second race, not straight after this, in about an hour's time. That will be the Intercontinental League. But Acid House still putting pressure on Mad Gulat, who does have a drive through. Doesn't mean he's going to get out of the way. This is a team battle as well. Morgan still putting pressure on Toby. There comes another drive through for Simon up. Had that earlier incident.
3 whites coming up here.
We've got a white one. Yep, we've got a white battle.
T just get eaten alive, but he's coming back here. I just stick to the inside round the corner there. You might have a wee look up here. Just attacks the curbs too much and throws him off a wee bit, but he'll stick with him.
Acid House gets a nice drive out of that corner there. Good stab, have a stab. Oh, he has the door shut in front of him, but he gets the move done on Mad Gulat. Mid run now. Under pressure into the braking phase. It goes wide, allowing Mad Gulat back through.
Yeah, I think Gulat will come in here, but he needs to be careful not to get.
He might be compromised there as well. They've both gone into the pits.
Gulat has to serve a drive through. Acid House to take his pit stop.
Yeah, my lawyer's doing it pro bono, mate. So.
That's actually quite impressive to get it for free. A lot of work involved in that.
Yeah, his name's Saul.
Oh, yeah.
Saul Goodman. Mad Gulat out there on his own now. After Pit taking his drive through. So we've seen, what, maybe 8 penalties including the drive through now? Sorry, stop go.
I've lost count, to be honest. I was going to try count, but I've completely forgotten. I think, yeah, it's probably about 8. We're not even halfway through the race.
I do really hope we get UDP functionality in the update, so we can have update.
I'd be quite disappointed if it's not there.
Live feed would be brilliant.
Yeah, because I used to race, kind of not competitively, but league racing, similar to this, but on F1, and I've probably got the kind of dual monitor set up on controller, just sit and have loads and loads of telemetry on the right.
Oh, you can imagine what's on PCs, so you could like just a 10% of that comes. Just RS dashback would be good.
Yeah. So some.
You can see who's getting fastest laps and things like that. Fingers crossed. The fact that they done such an early pre-launch.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a new round of tracks and a couple of new cars. I don't know, maybe not new cars, but I don't know.
So I think Sear causes he's the one to ask about what's coming soon. He's usually right on the money. He's usually in it.
Yeah, but it's just all rumours that he's getting as well, so it's just all rumours at the moment.
I think kind of bigger ones is the kind of GT World Challenge, a North American kind of. Just maybe a couple of
American tracks.
American tracks. Yeah.
But we love the USA. Great tracks, great people.
Just, I'll be careful what we say next.
Kool-Aid's great anyway. And Trigger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but we've plenty of great Americans within BoA at least.
Yeah.
Outside of BoA, there's plenty of other great Americans, but every country's got their patrons.
We know politics in BoA. Definitely quieted down as we go through the pit window after pack have. We've got Goose Gouliats in the pit at the moment. As Steve just pointed out, Morgan has made his pit as well. Toby decided to stay out still. Yeah, Road America would be good. A lot of people complain about it because it's too, like they say, it's too narrow and it's so bumpy at fast pace. It is a nightmare to try and overtake, especially offline.
But it's great fun at the same time.
Yeah, Sonoma, Watkins Glen, Sebring, and both Danny and Mick Runt come into the pits at the same time. Morgan, imagine, yep, he's going to get positions back. 8 seconds ahead of Trigger. Probably sit in second place at the those who have pitted. Right.
Trigger was about 6 seconds behind that kind of Morgan and Toby battle, so. And the cars that he dodged away from to when he pit, they were all still fighting for a fair bit, so. Probably got a few positions he'll make up. See Hammer, he's coming down the pit just now. Back out, see where he'll place.
I think Coach is going to be a bit like this, Steve, similar to this track. It's either you love it or hate it. It's that S section through the first part of the lap, Coach is going to be insane. It's not going to be Formula 1 though.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that first section of Kota and like project cars and more kind of actual simulator style games. On F1 it's fine because you just drive in a straight line right across it.
Yeah, exactly. You've got so much downforce, but I don't know how it's yeah. So it's going to be Marmite really, isn't it?
Yeah. But the rest of that circuit will be absolutely brilliant. This.
I've not driven Sebring in years. Was so interesting to get back out on that one. Obviously, they do run it in the Challenge series, American Challenge series. Well as yeah, Sonoma's a crazy track.
Up and down, it's
Absolutely
good fun.
Corners. Yeah, Sonoma's just yes. And it's one of them ones. It's a bit old school as well. We've got brick walls, concrete walls everywhere. Grass.
That's what I about making tracks. Oh, yep.
Yeah, Kota is I think like a lot of American tracks are though. Daytona, Indianapolis is a bit. Ugh. Bit too big, I think. So Mick Run's come out behind Carper's. Looks like he definitely got a good jump out on Danny there as well. Danny's come out just in front of Acid House and Sipex. Keep getting caught on that. Sorry, mate.
No, I was just trying to figure out who's in third before everyone started stopping, because it wasn't Trigger. I think it was,
He pitted
it
early,
was Dove,
so
actually, yeah.
Yeah, only 3 seconds in front of Dove at the moment, Trigger. But we've got these two battling again, Janetta and the KTM of Toby and Morgan.
I think Morgan might just be tactically sitting there.
Nobody's ever defended their title back to back. Yeah, go on,
Steve,
bingo. But Morgan's definitely looking strong to do so. In all seriousness, he's really strong on the GT4 series.
This is round 4 of 9, so it would take a lot for Toby to be able to get back and just kind of into that title race. But you never know. This is GT4 Europe. Anything can happen.
Yeah, but you can't. You expect Morgan. I think pretty much all he's got to do is top 5 finishes. And car 199 has picked up a no. Sorry, what? Yeah, was 199 trigger. Trigger. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I've just got the old Formula One track, Indy, Indianapolis, because yeah, I didn't enjoy it on that.
The Daytona Road course though is probably one of my favourite American track.
I think Indianapolis just felt like a service road.
Yeah. Plus, it's also wide.
Yeah, wide.
Never knew why.
And then you go back up into the bank corner. I don't think the bank corners wouldn't be that great on this either. I don't think.
No, I think it'd be great fun.
I just don't think there'd be that much.
Especially on these cars.
Yeah, I just don't think there's enough pace to get the best fun out of them. When you're topping out at 170. In real life, though, you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, you get so many lines through those big bank corners you can take.
Yeah.
We kind of see that as a Zandvoort a wee bit on this game. A wee bit of a banked corner there, but it's a lot more banked now that they've made those renovations for Max Verstappen to bring F1.
Yeah, I think them 2 corners they changed, I think they could actually be quite interesting in this.
Yeah, because we saw how, even without all that banking, how kind of close they are, how many lines you can take through them in these cars, but even more banking would change up even more, but it's all just kind of trial and error, see what works.
It's like the Trigger and Ulvion battling down the 15th, way down straight. But yeah, the bank corner Suzuka, the hairpin. So you know what I mean, you just jump on the brakes, and the road sort of does most of the work for you. Battle going down the long straight, side by side. One goes off. Bigger, so Ulivon's got past. Bit of a gap forming between Toby and Morgan. That Morgan didn't look too comfortable when he was on ball vimp, down to 1.4 seconds.
Do have lap traffic coming up right enough, although it is Carpers. Shoney has a lot of pace when he can keep it on the road.
Offers unlucky on his return.
It's not over yet though. Could still be a fair few drive-throughs.
True. Got one in a few minutes.
Well, 4 minutes it took, so you could get plenty in that space of time. Plus there'd be a few guys sitting with in their final warnings, I'd imagine. Taking it extra carefully. That could be the reason why Morgan's dropped off. Maybe he's playing it safe. Hoping Toby will pick something up, but these guys have been looking pretty clean and I've seen them.
Will we get Knockhill? I don't think it's on the it's not on the British GT series. I don't think so. I'm not too sure.
No, not kill in terms of.
Your best bet is to basically look at the calendars, or try and watch this year. Like it's one of my New Year's resolutions to actually watch some GT3 racing this year. So get an idea of things they do and how they implement their rules. Because I noticed their penalties are a lot less harsh than Formula One's. I think that comes with touring racing.
Yeah, it's a lot less kind of not hype around kind of touring cars and GT4 racing and stuff like that. It's just a lot more kind of, oh, I'll get you next week, or I'll
Yeah,
no, I'll take you out next week, but I was like, I'll overtake you, I'll beat you next week, and a lot more of a kind of laugh between the drivers than
yeah.
F1 is made out to be. But
Well, yeah, it's like being pushed out wide. It's a bit more forgivable in this.
yeah,
It'll be Formula One. Yeah, that's it. It's a penalty.
yeah, it's life
I mean,
and death.
I think you do get penalties for forcing off track and things like that, but there's just a little bit more leniency, I think.
Mhm.
Half the Inter's home track. What is half the Inter French?
Oh, he's talking about Knockhill.
Oh, Knockhill.
No, I would love Knockhill in this game, but the only problem that holds Knockhill back from getting onto games like this and be able to host massive championships is its kind of pit lane. It's absolutely tiny. You've got about 6, 7, 8 garages. So when likes of like BTCC, when it comes in, it's the biggest event it gets all year. They've got tents behind the pit garages. Some of the guys go into the garages, more expensive teams, they'll get in there. But most of the teams are like round the back in the car park essentially, with big gazebos up, fixing their cars in there. So that's really what holds Knockhill back, and that's why you can only on Project Cars, I think you can get a maximum of 8 or 10 drivers, 8 or 10 cars
Okay.
racing. So it's just a space of infrastructure behind the track, because the track is brilliant fun, absolutely brilliant fun.
Should bring that other Scottish track that was on Project Cars into it.
Oh, that,
Yeah, we had
can't
some
remember
great
the name
races
of
there.
it, but it was good.
Yeah. It was in Bannockburn or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's close enough, something like that. But
Yeah, but the GT cars ain't exactly cheap though, especially GT3. They're all hypercars. Or top end sports cars at the very least.
even to buy a road version, yeah.
Lambo Hurricane, that's got to be a hypercar, isn't it? The 750. Although the GTR's not a hypercar. Nor
No,
is
it's
a Ferrari
definitely
488.
Supercar.
So yeah.
Yeah, supercar. Right. I say Hurricane's probably supercar as well compared to the
Yeah.
kind of other mental things that Lamborghini kind of make.
Yeah, they got like the insane versions of the Hurricane as well.
Yeah.
Ain't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, both Steve and Tuck saying there, both of the penalties do come down to not just life but the repair costs as well. You touch Formula One, but you're lucky that you don't get suspension damage. You go door to door, you're lucky, you might just get a bit. The worst thing normally happens is damage to your wing, which normally messes up your tyres in the real world. That's one thing that doesn't really come through much on this is the crash dynamics or physics in the car. You tap your front, the whole front's just damaged.
That's one thing I might like to see in the kind of next gen update is possibly a bit more realistic damage, although it all feels kind of same-ish, but
I think it's a little bit better on PC now, as well as I would just see Ulivon just getting a move done there as well. Ulivon up into 14th, and he's still pressuring Sipex, but everywhere else it's sort of calmed down a bit. Yeah, so like touring cars, probably the cheapest of the professional racing, really, isn't it? So and you see what they do. And they're famous for it. Bruce is trying to make his way back through the pack. He's up into 17th. He's on the back of Trigger.
it'd be good to see him get back in the points after his drive-through earlier. Oh, and 3 goes.
Trigger's not having a good race tonight. Trigger.
Trigger is having a
Yeah.
well, trigger special. It's paid off again, sitting in third.
Go back up onto the podium. But actually, looking strong tonight. Be happy to get yourself back into the top 10.
Well, I think it's for Olaf and Axie, kind of my teammates as it is in Tango Racing. I think Olaf Axie have either finished 5th, 6th, 7th or 8th every single race this season, unless they've had a massive mess up and have finished right down the table. If they're racing, they're in one of those positions every week without fail. It's brilliant to watch. They're so consistent.
$250,000. I reckon we should start crowdsourcing BOA touring car team. But yeah, but see that $250,000, yeah, that's just for you. That may be just for your car and everything else, but that's not included. Probably won't include your mechanics, your drivers, the money just to get you into the league, repairs.
Yeah,
a lot of it's kind of capped, but
yeah, because a lot of the kind of mechanics and team staff are kind of almost freelance, and they'll just dot about different teams.
Yeah.
Go to somewhere different every weekend, whether it's racing, they'll go there. Spend a week with a team, and then they go off to the next team, kind of work their way around the paddock.
Message.
Have you been given a drive-through penalty?
Scottish lad and the nearly Scottish lad should do it. What do you mean the nearly Scottish lads? What? The nearly Scottish lads?
They must have talked to the borders or something.
I'm getting messages in captures at the moment.
That is a good quote there, Steve. You need to get that in your bingo. Get that dotted off.
I've said it loads of times. That's the dream, to actually build like maybe a karting team, and eventually get there to GT3 team, or at least our logo on a GT3 car.
That would be something.
That'd be something. But we've already had our logo on a competitive sim thingy. We got a sim kart driver. He's asked to be sponsored by BoA. We told him early on, there's no money, mate. Like we might see we're quite professional in his money, but we're not. We're winging it. But
we are. In other words, as well, skint.
I would say skint. I think next.
We'll get the money to keep going.
Next year, I think there could be money in the future for investment.
Yeah,
that's the plan. And the GT Academy idea and that lot. Yeah, there's dreams, but yeah, finances need to be made, and that normally comes from sponsors, not the ones we got. Apart from Southwest Sim, they are awesome. You should check them out. Go check out their website.
Just kind of watching Weed. He's getting on the back of Axie here. Or in fact, Axie's overtaking him. Sorry.
Yep. Saving it for a new motor. Yeah, I've got my eyes on a GTR Black. 85 grand. Oh, we got another one, Danny. See Simon Pig, who's got another drive through. Having that right now, I believe. I think he's just pulled up. I think he's calling it a night.
Yeah, he's just messaging the GT4 chat saying apologies to whoever it was went into the back of him. Saw that incident earlier where he just almost slammed on the brakes. His wheel changed to PC mode. The last input was him braking. The wheel just went full on for the brakes. They had to reset. So as just expected, wheel issues.
I have Irish ancestry. Like I'm. Ooh, Weed's having a go at ACC again. Unlike GT3, GT4 do have mixed manufacturers in their teams. We do see these two are battling as teams as well as
racing for themselves as well as a team.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you,
like
mate. Thank you, mate. Ooh, we trying a bit of a max move there. Actually shrugs it off. We've got another drive through for Sipex.
Oh god.
Drink Iron Brew and swear you're in. We've got to get some more original jokes about the Scottish.
Yeah, I saw the kind of Euro stream seems to be the Scots getting battered.
Yeah, because they're not in the chat abusing me.
Yeah. A bit of Shugs is still watching. He's been quite quiet. He's not saying much on the Scottish front. He's usually in there defending us, but
he's probably muted us. See ACC Weed side by side. We can teach you to hunt haggis. I don't think it's that hard to hunt a sheep, mate. Gutting it might be a different thing.
No. You wait until you give it a go. That's all I'll say.
Hunting with a gun. It's not hard, mate.
No, you don't use a gun. You just use your bare hands.
Would you beat it to death?
Then you catch it. Then you humanely kill it.
Mate, yeah, you pop for it then. I mean, you call that humane?
We're a friendly bunch. We try to be.
Humane. We think it's humane to let someone to suffer than letting someone to finish it. That's not humane.
Another drive-through.
Yep.
Jesus.
Wiper this time. So some hefty penalties going to be added on, I think, at the end of this race.
Yeah, we drive-through markers lighting up the screens as if it's a French car. It's getting warning lights everywhere.
Been quite a few overtakes, but it's been a chilled affair from these guys tonight.
Yeah, nice, chilled, respectful, great racing, nice and friendly.
Would have been the longest running battle. I'll start making backup positions of Weeds as cars come in. Not over yet. Wiper and Hammer battling it, well they were actually, but they're not now.
So Viper will need to take his drive through here, or does he stay out and see what penalty the game awards him? Might end up being beneficial.
I'd possibly just take the penalty.
Yeah.
You know what's going to go on behind you.
Yeah.
Getting unique flavour by punching the creature to death. It's called tenderizer, mate. Oh, and Viper does go into the pits, and Simon's. Oh, sorry, Simon. I keep mentioning Simon. Been in there for 5 laps, and I still mention him. Got Mag Gouliat and Specs.
That's a bit interesting here because Viper, he just over 30 seconds to Migron behind him. Migron's just coming to the final corner now. So might only lose a position or two here, or maybe none at all.
Interesting.
He's fallen behind Hammer, but yeah, Migron's just going over the line now. And Viper's turning into the first corner.
So let's go to our race leader. Had a great battle with Morgan early on in the race. For swapping positions between them. After the pit stops, Morgan had no answer for it.
Eyeing up a moving axle here, so right. So if you want to go for the both pad or jump on side by side. Oh, identical in the brakes, but Weed just gets too far out. See if you can line it back up for this final sector.
Well done, Toby. And Morgan comes in second. And then Trigger's going to come round to claim. By the way, I've never punched a sheep. I just want to clear that one up. Trigger comes on to claim podium. The final step, and great. So it finished like mid-pack quali, so he's going to be happy with that.
Oh, Axie's ran out wide, side by side, coming to the final corner.
See you on the pad.
Oh, we're going to have a run to the line here. Oh, it's going to be tight.
I think Axie's just about going to snatch it. Yes, he is. What a race.
Wow.
Got Viper currently off the track. You don't want to go and get yourself another bloody drive through. Was he just picking him up for fun? And then Migron's
He's got some
coming
mornings to play with.
He's going to claim 11th. And I've had a hotkey for it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's number 1. The Migron, yeah, he's reasonably happy with that. Happy with that. And then Ulivon, maybe not as happy. Definitely plenty of action for him. Then all the cards are going to drop out, so I can't keep up with it. And we've got Boost Goose. I think he's going to be too happy. He did look quite pacey early on. Picked up drive through right at the beginning. Ipex also drive through. Gouliat, Trigger, still got a drive through. And then Harper's as well. He picks up a drive through and a stop go just for good measure. And then Danny. So it's been an interesting one. So well done to Toby. There's not many get a debut on a win. I think Viber might have just got a Discord, not to not sure. No, he's there, 12th. Yeah, he got the checker flag. He got 12th. So thank you very much. Well done to Toby, Morgan, and Trigger on your podiums. We'll be back in 25 minutes for Intercontinental League. Thank you very much, Masada, for joining me.
No problem.
So thank you everyone in the chat keeping us company. So don't forget to come and join. I don't know, mate. You'd have to check in the chat. He crawled over the line. Okay. I didn't spot that. Ah. Oh, so well spotted, lads. Okay, well I'm gonna kill.
There's just 3/10 behind.
To kill the stream there, but yeah, maybe you can shed some light in the chat. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm going to kill the stream. We'll be back in 25 minutes with myself and Big Al for the Intercon League. So thank you guys.